Welcome back to Nutrition Mnemonics. Today will be a very basic review of the digestive system. Food goes in mouth. Poops come out the butt. Step 1 of the digestive system. Put food in your mouth. Step 2, chew. Step 3, swallow. The process of digesting your food starts in the mouth. Once we're done chewing and we swallow our food, it goes down the esophagus into our stomach. The stomach is like a food processor. It mixes the food with different liquids and substances to really break that food down. Specifically, the food, once it reaches the stomach, is mixed with enzymes, hydrochloric acid, and mucus, among other things. Once the mixing is complete, this food is no longer considered food and it is called chyme. In order to better remember what happens in the stomach, here is a goofy little song I made for you.
Hydrochloric acid breaks things down. Mucus protects the stomach lining all around. Enzymes help and pull the protein apart. What's left is called chyme and it departs.
The chyme then moves to the small intestine. In the digestive process, there are other organs that also help digest our food, but what makes these organs special is that they don't actually come in contact with the food. These accessory organs do not touch the food, but they release stuff, and that stuff helps break down the food in other parts of the digestive process. These accessory organs include the gallbladder, the liver, and the pancreas. I really appreciate you tuning into this video. If you haven't already, please like and/or subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Thanks. Moving on to the small intestine. This is the big kahuna. This is the big daddy when it comes to where most of the absorption of the nutrients is actually occurring. Let's say that you eat ice cream. You chew it because you're not a monster and you like the extra chunky kind with the peanut butter cups and the moose tracks, and you chew it up, and again, that's where the digestion starts in your mouth. When you swallow it, it gets mixed up even more and broken down even more in your stomach. But now we want to actually start pulling the calcium out of that ice cream so we can use it in your bones. We want to start pulling the sugar out of that ice cream so you can feed your brain, because your brain loves to eat glucose. You're actually going to start pulling those different nutrients out of that ice cream, out of whatever the food you made. And this absorption of nutrients happens the most in the small intestine. And one of the reasons that the small intestine is so good at this is because it's covered in villi. Villi help to increase the surface area of the small intestine. The small intestine is pretty long as it is, at about 20 feet long, but it gets even more big when you consider the villi. If this were the small intestine, each part of it is covered in these little folds, these little ruffles. And that allows for more absorption to occur. Because if you were to pull these folds apart, you would see how much more surface area there is to suction in those nutrients like a sponge. But it's not actually unfolded like this. It's folded up like those paper fans that you used to make in elementary school. Because it's folded up, it takes up less space in your body, but it still allows for that contact with the nutrients to absorb it and send it to different places in your body. Your small intestine is pretty cool. A mnemonic that I like to use to remember the word villi is I think of the word Levi because they sound kind of similar. So I think of Levi jeans. Ooh. Oh snap, look at all the villi on my Levi's. That's what's up. Villi on my Levi's. But it gets even crazier because on top of these villi, you also have what's called microvilli. Micro meaning small. Therefore, we have even more folds on top of these folds that increase the surface area and allow the sponge-like effect of the small intestine to suck up even more nutrients. These villi and microvilli allow for the surface area to increase by 600 times. The last stop in the digestive system train is the large intestine. Large intestine is where our gut bacteria live. This is why people tell you to take a probiotic so you can add other good, nice, happy, awesome bacteria to your gut. There are so many benefits of having that good bacteria in our large intestine. And we'll talk about what makes that bacteria so good in a later video. In our large intestine, that is where the farts are made and that is where the poops are made. Aspects of what we consume that our body does not need to keep or literally cannot break down, for example, your body cannot break down fiber, is sent to the large intestine, and then the bacteria in your large intestine do what they can to break things down, and then you poop out what you don't need. That is our video on understanding the basics of the digestive system. It's a lot more complicated than what we went over today, but this is just so you can have a basic understanding of what's going on. It's really beneficial to know more about how your body functions, and it makes you really grateful for what your body does for you when you understand it better. I think it's so cool that our small intestine is absorbing these nutrients and we don't even have to command it to do that. Our stomach is breaking down these foods that we eat and we don't have to actively think, okay, stomach, release some hydrochloric acid. Okay, stomach, release some enzymes. Our body just does it because our body is so cool. Your body's taking care of you, so please take care of your body. That's the end of our video. Thanks for tuning in. Learning can be hard, but you're doing it. Do not forget how capable you are, how smart you are, and I am so